Oh, that's a big boy. That is truly a big boy. On 1020 gear. Ooh, there's a big GT. Yeah. Nice. And just here, really it's just resting, right? Bubbler setup in the I.W.F Pond. Took the Flash Minnow. Right, just like that. Great fight. Just a great fight. I'm gonna give him a good release. Boom. Like that. Big Taiwan no. It came right. Oh wow, it actually just took right here. It just saw the layer. I wasn't even walking the layer, I was just kind of bringing the layer back, right? Yeah. Big freaking Taiwan no. Just took. You see how it was just an uncontrollable fight, right? And because it was just like in the corner, right? So that's it. Flash Minnow, straight up. I was just kind of getting it on the really on the sides of the walls, and bang, right? Out came our friend to give us a hand. He's still very green, as you saw, and just a beautiful species. I think they call it the red drum. Just a lovely looking fish. Lovely looking fish. All right, okay. So I'm gonna let it go. Zerek has just released the soft plastics. So they come with a great series of layers. There's 7 colors to choose from. There are 4 sizes. You have the 70mm, you have the 90mm, you have the 110mm, and this one is the 130mm. Right? They really cover across the myriad of sizes that you actually look for. So each of them come with a weedless hook, and this weedless hook is free with the setup, and I actually swap them out and I use a jig head because to me this is a flick bait, so I actually feel more comfortable having a jig head, because when you retrieve it and you can impart more action in the layer where it can come in. The good thing about using a jig head is when you flick it around, you actually impart more action, whereas if you're using a weedless, the weight is actually below and you actually get a wobble-like sink, and you don't really get a flick bait sort of look that you want. Yeah, so when you do a straight crank, that longer tail actually wobbles in the water. Now there are other baits that actually have the same sort of form factor, but how Zerek is doing it differently is they actually have a longer tail, which I really like, because you can be sure there's a subtle wobble as the fish swims, and when you flick it, it looks really nice. And in the sun you can see that it actually catches the light because of the hologramic paper inside. One of the things I like about this is that when you put the hook in, there's a bit of a hollow body in there, and I like that about this layer, is it's easier for the hook to go in. Actually it's cool because at the back there's actually a hole in there that doesn't allow the hook to kind of leverage on the plastic. so it actually makes for an easier hookup. So all in all, it's quite a good bait. Very strong. Actually, how strong is this thing? Wow. Okay. Yeah, it's actually pretty strong, as you can see. Wow, it's pretty cool. Right? It's like, of course, don't pull it and let it go with your this hand, right? It can fly in your face, right? But yeah. So that's quite a strong bait. Strong. You can floss your teeth with it. Right. It's kind of cool. You can tie knots with it. So anyway, I'll stop marking clowning around. Yeah, another prime example. I.W.F GT with again the Flash Minnow. It just pops out. It's beauty of the barbless, right? Just running a barbless hook. This is the Berkeley Owner Nitro saltwater series hooks. They can open if you catch like 20 fish in a row. We've tried that in Thailand. But you see, unfazed, these things are so strong, just so strong. They've been smashed, and this is the same one I've been running this all the way, right? So hey, that is a decent size. That is a decent size GT. Yeah, the rod handled it really well. 14-pound line, fire line, 40-pound leader. The Berkeley Owner Nitro series saltwater hooks, and of course the star of the show, the Flash Minnow by Zerek. Thank you very much. I wanted to show you guys an example of a 90-gram jig that I'm using. So when I go out to Pekan and Rompin, I actually hook up these big jigs. And see, the good thing about it is when it's sinking, it doesn't have any sort of resistance when going down the water. So you get something that's going straight down, going blah, 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 blah. You just got to be careful because mackerels are just going to take you cleanly. And it's happened to me before. Actually, it's happened to me in Southern Island, Singapore. So you have something that's actually going down like that. Hey, this is quite fun actually. So you have something that's going down, straight down. You don't have any water resistance, and you get to the feeding layer faster. You get to the bottom faster. So these are one of the things that you can actually use with the bigger ones. With the smaller Flash Minnows, I would use them for the mensis, sabarao, and the smaller fish like the tilapia, butter, koferi, which we all call the opaque, and a few other of the reservoir species that actually run around in our local waters of Singapore. What I would go for, what I normally do is I would run with a 130 mm one here. I think that's a must-have in the box. And if you had to, I think I would get really the smallest one, which is a 70 mm, and really have just the bunch of two sizes. So you actually have the really big ones and you have the really small ones. Now remember, you got the bigger ones, you got to put them with stronger hooks. Like I said, I'm using the Berkeley Nitro series saltwater edition, and they're really hard to open. Now, just talk a little bit about this real quick. The magic behind running smaller soft plastics lies in your hook karma, right? And when I say hook karma, it's how you're going to manage your hooks. And this is how I manage my hooks, right? They are easily attainable. You can get it right away when you want it, and you don't have to go rummaging through your box. Okay, so that's how I handle it. Now, how do I know what is in this box, right? So you'll see I have bunches of paper that I actually cut out, right? So sometimes when you're out in the field and you're not very sure about what hooks you're actually carrying, I actually carry this. Now I'll show you exactly how this works, right? So I'm just going to put it as an example so that you guys can see. You want to ultimately have all the hook sizes that you're carrying right now. So, you know, you can right away see, oh, okay, so this is what I'm carrying, and you can just kind of look at all the different things that you're carrying. Now, of course, you know, I may not have arranged it in order, but it just gives you a good idea of, okay, so what am I carrying? So that's a size 4, 116, and the size 4 116 is obviously here because that's the size 4 is over there. Okay, so you actually know how you are carrying all your hooks, and then what you do is you just put it back in, and Bob's your uncle because you can keep track of all your hooks for this. Okay, so same with the back. I'm using the nail bombs. You can carry all that, and that goes together with like your Zerek little tiny 70mm 3-gram layers. If you were to take away the hook, you probably check in at just under a gram or a gram per plastic. Like for the bigger ones, the 130mm ones, though when I weighed it on a weighing scale, they were clocking in at about 6.3 grams, and they actually state it's a 15-gram layer. So you do the maths, right? You know, give and take 6-7 grams is actually sitting on the layer, and then the other sitting on the hook. So you gotta mess with that. So I'm running half an ounce on that. Gives good action. Tail's really strong. Wobbles a bit like that, and that is the Zerek Live Flash Minnow. 4 different sizes, 7 different colors, and a myriad of ways to hook them up, through whether you're using weedless jigs, jig heads, you're going weightless, or even if you're running, you know, some sort of drop shot. They work in drop shot as well. So thanks very much for watching the Zerek Live Flash Minnow. I'm Luke Maow Bear. I hope you had a good time. Thank you.